Hi guys, it's Andy from NismoTech. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new product from the guys over at Nerdytech. This is one of their latest Couchmasters that they've actually sent over to me for review. A while ago, a couple of years ago now, we actually did a review on one of their first Couchmasters, so it'll be interesting to see what changes they've actually made. We've also got a couple of accessories inside the box as well, so we're going to go through and open this up and see what we get inside. The box itself isn't particularly heavy, which is quite good. So let's have a quick little look. So we got, so we've got a little box here. It says accessories. Flipping heck, don't want them to fall out everywhere. So we'll just go and pop that down over there. What else have we got here? Okay, so we've got quite a large box here, which I assume is going to be the top pad. So we'll pop that down there. And then inside here, and we can see the rest of it. So as you can see, just open that up. We have got the arm bits. I assume the arm bits, the side bits. So we've got them here. So I'll give you a close-up look in a moment. And you can see that I've gone for the red and black version. They do a number of different color options that I'll talk to you about in a moment as well. But yeah, that's it all unboxed. So let's have it put together and see what it's like. Okay, so let's now have a look and see what we get inside the box and all the accessories and other bits and pieces that we get with it. Now, they do this in a leather look and also a microfiber look, and I believe they do it all black, red, white, and grey. There's also I think it's a Titan edition that they use aluminium parts for as well, and you get like a special engraved number. So it's a bit of a limited edition version, a bit of an upgrade from this, but obviously with this one here, this is the one that we got. On this side here, you've got a pouch, which is ideal for sticking your mouse in, or your mobile phone, or anything like that nature. You've got enough room in there. Might even be able to put your headset in there, etc. So on the back, we've got this nice soft material, so it's not going to go and damage your sofa. We have got a zip on here as well, so I assume you can take it off and wipe it down and clean it if you do need to go about doing that. So yeah, really good, strong, really well made. Goes straight back to shape as well when you're moving it around. So really impressed with that. This one here, exactly the same as the other one, except for the fact that you've got no pocket on there as well. And there's also no Velcro on any of this, so you're not going to have to worry about sort of the Velcro getting damaged or anything like that, which I believe we had on the previous version. So we'll pop them to one side. And the box on the back, we've got the top section of the Couchmaster. So we'll be taking a look at that in a moment. We have got a 5-meter USB 3 cable. That's going to run from the back of your computer into the back of there. So we'll pop that down. They've also sent me a tablet holder. And you can get a couple of accessories. You get like an ashtray, phone holder, tablet holder. So we've got that there as well to actually check out. What else have we got here? This looks to be some kind of USB 3 cable, so it might be something internally that we need to connect up. And we've also got another cable here, which I assume is a 3-meter cable, so I believe they do a couple of different options in terms of the cable length. So you have got 2 in there. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, so we have actually got some Velcro bits. So it looks like you actually go about sticking them on yourself, which is pretty good in a way, because then you can sort of adjust it to how wide you are, what feels comfortable. So you have got that option to stick them down and obviously connect it up so it doesn't move around, etc. So we'll be having a look at that. And then we have got another kind of little pouch for some reason. Okay, so that's obviously got some Velcro on there as well. So again, that might be handy to like put your phone in or something like that nature. You can obviously stick that down on top of that. So that's the accessories. I'll pop them down there. Let's have a look and see what this looks like. If I can get it open. There we go. Okay, so inside here, if I can keep that lid open, we have got a installation guide. So this is going to go and tell you how you go about connecting everything up, putting it all together, etc. Quite detailed instructions on there. So it seems to be pretty simple. Okay, so we've got to connect the short USB. Right, okay. Fantastic. So we got that there. Now, what have we got here? Okay, we've got a screwdriver. and what looks to potentially be the top part of it. And we have got the board itself. Just take these bits off and try and get this undone. Oh, very nice indeed. So that is the top. So let's bring you in for a closer look. Okay, so I've now got the Couchmaster kind of roughly set up on the floor. So we're just going to be taking a little bit of a look around and sort of seeing what it's all about. So you got this bit here. Now this is actually, by the looks of it, made out of plastic. It's not particularly heavy, but it's certainly strong and durable enough that it's not going to cause you sort of any problems. So sort of pushing down some weight on here as well. Again, we're not affecting the side bits either, which is really good. So on the top here, we have got the Couchmaster logo. This is actually engraved, so it's quite a rough finish along the top. We've got a USB 3 connection up at the top here. We've also got a couple of holes, which I assume are going to be used for the accessories, such as the phone holder, tablet holder, etc. Also around on the bottoms here, we've got kind of like sort of wrist support, so you can obviously put your wrists on there as well. It means that you're not going to sort of get cut when using it. One thing I would like to have seen is for this to be some kind of like gel material or something like that, just so it's a little bit more cushioned rather than being hard plastic. Although the material is not particularly sort of too sharp, it certainly would have been nice to have some kind of cushioning on that. So moving it around to this side, we've also got a hole there. We've got nothing on that side. And again, we've got a hole there. And then coming on to the back, this is the actual access panel area. So we've got a number of screws here that we need to take apart. So we'll just use the included screwdriver, and I'll go ahead and remove these. Okay, so now that the screws are removed, we can remove these bits of plastic that go along the top to reveal these two sections under here. Now, this is for your cable management, for your keyboard, your mouse, and your wired headset. So you've got quite a bit of room here to route the cables around, and also you can sort of see the internal guts of this. Up at the top here, we have got a hole. This is to feed through your keyboard and your mouse, or just a keyboard, and also you can feed your mouse out through that side if you want, or however way you want to do it. And also you've got the same there. If you are left-handed, it is obviously catered for both. Now on here, just down here, hopefully you can see we have got two USB 3 connections. And then on this side, we have got another USB 3, as well as a powered connection, and also the USB connection there to connect to your PC. And there's also, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I'll give a little bit of a close-up. There is another hole that will feed all the way through to connect from both sides. So what we're going to do, you've got this short cable here. So that's the connector that goes on this side. So we're just going to go and plug that in. So there we go. And we'll just leave that in there. And I'll see that can then dangle out there as such. Now I'm going to go and grab a mouse. So you can see I've got quite a long cable in here. So I'm just going to go and plug the mouse in. Plug that in there. I'll see, bring some of the cable back in, because you won't need that much cable, and obviously if you set it up right and do it correctly, you should then be able, in fact, let's loop this around here, you should then be able to sort of pull on the cable as and when you need to do that. So that's sort of kind of in place. One thing that I will say is that it would be nice to have some cable ties or some Velcro ties down in here, so it just makes it a little bit easier to actually manage that, to be fair. So the next thing that you're going to need to do is get your keyboard. Now I've just got a small keyboard here. It's one that I normally use for gaming, so we're just going to pop that up through there. And again, we'll just wrap that around a little bit. And we can plug that in there. So, essentially, the cable management side of things, there's a lot of room in here. It's very simple and very easy to do. The one thing that I wish that they actually included was some kind of Velcro tie-downs, so that you can obviously manage all this cabling a little bit easier and a little bit better. So, I'm now going to go and stick everything back together and show you what it looks like. Okay, we are now finally all set up and ready to go. One thing I did notice, that when I plugged the keyboard and mouse in, because it was upside down, I got them the wrong way round. But sort of finally figured that out rather stupidly. So obviously, as you can see, I'm using quite a small 10 keyless keyboard here. You've got plenty of room for a large full-size keyboard. So we've got a hole here to go down through, so I can have my keyboard like that. You also get included a really nice Nerdytech Mousepad as well. It's got a nice bit of grip down at the bottom here, and a real nice soft finish and feel to the top. And with that and the way that it actually sits in down here, hopefully you can kind of see that, it sort of stops it from moving around. It's not Velcro down or anything like that, although I suppose with the amount of Velcro you get, you could do that if you did want to. But certainly with that on there, as you can see, I'm pushing quite hard on that. It's not moving around at all, and sort of just using the mouse on that is bloody lovely. Very, very comfortable indeed. So on the inside, we have got 2 USB ports on one side, and you've got another on the other side. So you've got your mouse, your keyboard, and potentially a USB headset. You've also got a port up at the top here, just next to the Nerdytech branding up there. So you've got 4 USB ports, and it all connects off that one single cable. Obviously, once it's on, obviously, depending on how heavy your keyboard and your mouse is, obviously it's going to add a little bit of weight to that, because obviously you've got the cables inside as well. But certainly, first impressions are that it is really good, really comfortable, and very nice and very easy to actually use and set up. Obviously, you've got the option of Velcroing it down as well, with the included bits of Velcro. So if you did want to do that when you're like that, for example, and you're properly set up and you're the way that you want to, you can obviously Velcro it down if you do need to and do want to. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and connect it up to the computer. I'm going to pop back out on the couch and have some game time. Okay, here we are, guys, all set up, all complete, all connected up. As you can see, the lights going on the keyboard. One thing that you will notice, it probably looks a little bit uncomfortable, and that's mainly down to the sofa that I've got. I've got leather recliners, so these 2 here actually recline out, so the middle section slightly raised compared to the rest. But I'll be honest with you, it isn't actually that uncomfortable. When you're actually sat together like this, it's really not that bad at all. It's actually very pleasant and very nice to actually use. Also, we've got all the cables connected up. Excuse me. One of the things here, you have got this pouch here, which is actually sort of for your mouse. So if you were to sort of stick that on the front here, you can then obviously then slide your mouse in it at the end of the day, or you can use the pocket that's down on the side as well. Now, as I mentioned, they also included this, which is one of the accessories. It's a tablet stand holder. So you can get a phone holder, you can get ashtrays and various other different bits and pieces. And this is actually really, really good bit of kit. Very solid in its construction and the materials used. So you've got a ball joint on here that you obviously have to screw in, and you've got quite a tight clasp that you have to sort of put on there. So you can obviously then go and move this around and set it up to however you want. So, I mean, like I said, it is very, very tough to actually get it all the way on, but you can set it up. You can obviously have your tablet or your phone up there like so, and also you've got like a little lock on this side where you can go and expand it out if you want to, and obviously pull it in and lock it, so you've then got your tablet there or your phone, etc. The mouse pad is absolutely brilliant. I do really like the material that they've used for this. It's a really good quality one. It doesn't feel particularly bulky in the way that everything's set up. It does really feel that you have got a desk on your couch, which is quite difficult to kind of explain to you in terms of how it actually feels, but definitely it's very solid construction, and sort of gaming here on the computer and controlling the computer from the couch it really is very, very nice indeed. So I've got my headset, so I'm now going to go and plug that in if I sort the cable out, and we are going to have some game time. Okay guys, so been using this now for around about a week and a half. It was meant to be a couple of days, so apologies to the wife. This is very, very good. Really, really impressed. It's so comfortable, so easy to use and set up. The quality on the material is absolutely fantastic. Leather, the top bit here, the mouse pad, the cable management, everything about it just screams quality to me. Absolutely fantastic to use. Very, very comfortable. Obviously, I'm quite a large bloke, so I can adjust it and move it around as I feel. I haven't bothered to put the Velcro on here as of yet, but it's something that I'm going to do in the future once I've got a system downstairs and I can also use it and game on it on a more regular basis. But yeah, so mega impressed with the build quality more than anything. The material that's used, this is very lightweight despite having everything connected up. I've got a tablet holder here as well, which is obviously a nice little accessory they sent me. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. One other thing is as well, also we've got a 4-port hub here. It's not powered, although there is an option to power it, so I believe it goes up to 900 milliamp in terms of the power consumption. I've got a keyboard, a mouse, I had my tablet charging, and I had my headset on, and whilst gaming I experienced no lag whatsoever, no interference, no problems at all. So really impressed with that as well. So absolutely fantastic. I think they've done a remarkable job in improving what they had originally with the original Couchmaster, and I'm sure if Neil was available to also have a look at this, he'll be very impressed with it as well. So yeah, this is the Nerdytec Couchmaster Cycon. Hope you did enjoy the video. Please do leave a like down below and leave any comments, any questions that you have about it. Obviously, with the price that it's coming in on Amazon, which you'll also find links to down below, it is not exactly cheap in my opinion, the price that they're asking for it, but as a sort of investment to sort of enable you to couch, or maybe have the sort of room where you literally can only couch on or game on a couch. It definitely adds a new sort of feeling to gaming rather than sitting at your desk. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable sitting here. So for the price, it is a bit of an investment, but certainly if you do have any questions about it, or you want to know anything about the product at all, do let me know. More information available on NismoTech.com as well. But for now, this is Andy from NismoTech, and I'll catch you in my next video.